All right, guys. So, wanted to follow up on the last couple videos. All right, and a lot of them revolved around overthinking on the court. And to be present on the court means that we're not thinking, right? So that's when overthinking is really crippling, is when we start to think logically about what we want to do. And because those thoughts don't form as fast as the game of basketball moves, right? The game moves fast. We need to make instinctual decisions and not um, thought out ones. Overthinking can really kill you. And, for some players, like I know for me back in the day, it really hindered my development because I had a lot of skill. And when I wasn't concerned about the result, so when I was working out or when I was in a pickup game, I played awesome. But then I got into a real game and external factors start taking play, right? Somebody in the stands is watching, my friends are there, the game really matters this time. It's, in high school, it's not just a pickup game. So these things can cause thoughts in your brain to form and can really slow you down. And it's really just you getting in your own way, right? Because the beauty of training your mind is that you actually have the ability to not let those thoughts control you. And so that's what I want to try and help you with. The best way to do that, like I mentioned in the last video, was to focus on your breathing. Okay, so it could be any breathing pattern you want. I like doing 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out, but the goal is to focus on a long exhale through the mouth. Okay. Physiologically, what that does is just calms your body and your nervous system. And then we know that focusing on the body or feeling is the antidote to thinking. And I wanted to offer a piggyback on that today, which is that the way to stop thinking is to feel, right? And the best way to do that is to do something. This has to do with fear, right? When you think about what the opposite of thinking is, it's feeling. And so it's also doing. So the principle is to take forward action, right? What I do with the players that I work with is an exercise called event reaction recovery. Okay, so an event happens, let's say you miss a shot. Your reaction might be to think about how the missed shot hurts your confidence, your team, what the girl in the stands is thinking when you miss the shot. And what we do is think of recovery techniques. Okay. What can I do instead of the reaction, instead of the negative thought, to help myself move on to the next play and stay present? So, an example of that could just be sprint back on defense, right? Channel your energy into a sprint back. And then you practice that in games. And it sounds so simple, but like I said, the antidote to thinking is doing. So it's taking a forward action. Maybe you make a wide open pass to a teammate and they miss. And normally your reaction is to get upset, like, wow, I made a great play and they didn't make the shot. How about a recovery technique is crash the O glass hard? Okay. I've never played for a coach that doesn't love somebody that's relentless on the offensive glass and hustles to every loose ball. So it's things like that that'll really make the difference. And for one, you're taking winning plays or you're doing winning actions, making win plays. And two, you're training yourself to get out of your mind into the body, right? Out of the leaves and into the tree. And as a result, when you continuously focus on doing those recovery actions instead of the reactions, right, which are the thoughts that you normally don't control that just pop up, eventually your default becomes to do the recovery action. But it takes time to condition yourself to do that. Okay? If that all makes sense and you're interested in learning more, I would love to speak with you about your development. Um, if you're struggling with confidence or discipline, I can certainly help you. because I used to struggle with those things too. And I started working on my mind, and a lot changed. Been very fortunate to play at a high level and to uh, keep pursuing the game. So I encourage you guys to do the same. If you have any questions, drop a comment, or you can email me, rob@clutchmindbball.com. I'll see you guys in the next one.